I took, so we're gonna prime. So Tati Beauty did say you have to use but Tati did have to, but I'm gonna add the same, I can't speak today. Hello beauties, how are you today? In today's video, I'm going to try some new products for Wet n Wild. So I think you could say this is a Wet n Wild one brand tutorial. I have here a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but I have some new things from Wet n Wild that I really wanted to try out because I saw Tati rave about them. So I decided to go out and purchase these items and I'm gonna review them with you guys here together. I got the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer and everyone has been raving about this primer. It is super affordable. I think it's like €6 or so. I also got the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator foundation. Is it a foundation? No, it's not a foundation. So it's a tinted hydrator. Apparently it's like a BB cream and it's supposed to make your skin look amazing and it's not greasy. It says here it's lightweight, so I'm definitely gonna see if that's true or not. And I also got this new palette, which is super gorgeous. It has these mauve tones that I really want to try, and that's why I got the mauve shirt as well. So yeah, enough talking and let's go ahead and try everything out. The weather is horrible today, so if I can't fix the lighting, I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to prime half of my face with the Impossible Primer and then this side just with the Tinted Hydrator. I want to call this the Tinted Moisturizer all the time, and the other half with the Tinted Hydrator, and then we're gonna compare and see throughout today which one is better, which one looks good or not, etc. So I'm gonna take this off. I think my cat is having a cat fight outside with the neighbor's cat because I keep hearing it meow, but my mom should take care of that. I know I look a little bit like glowy and greasy, but it's because the weather outside is really bad, so I have this light here and it emphasizes the glowiness, but I'm not really oily or anything like that. It's just because of my light, it looks like that. So about this primer, this is the silicone-free primer that does it all. Okay. It mattifies, it hydrates, it blurs pores, it preps the skin for lasting makeup, and it is impossibly silicone-free. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna actually put my hair back because it is annoying me. So I'm gonna add, oh wow, this is so clear, you can't even see it. So I'm gonna add about yay much. Okay, the texture feels very cooling. I think I added way too much. It smells really good, but it's not too strong, which is great because I hate when primers, well, products in general, when they smell very chemically. I just can't stand that. Okay, I can see that it really does mattify because here, this side is a lot less glowier than this one. So if you want a mattifying primer, that's good, especially now in summer because it's so hot. Well, at least here in Barcelona, it is super hot and it's very humid. So a mattifying primer is actually really good and useful for me. Okay, so I thought I added way too much, but actually it was the perfect amount. And it feels really nice on my skin. It feels very hydrating. It doesn't feel silicone-y at all. And yeah, as you can see, it did mattify a little bit. And okay, I'm gonna add the Tinted Hydrator. It doesn't smell very chemically, but okay. I think I should add it on my finger first. Oh wow, it is very liquidy, like very liquidy. I'm gonna add some of it on the back of my hand. As you can see, I'm not even squeezing, well, barely squeezing, and it's so liquidy. So be careful with that. And the only thing I actually didn't like about this, well, first thing I don't like about this is that this is the deepest shade. Well, there is one more shade deeper than this one, but it actually, I tried it on and it's not deeper than this one, even though it says it is. And I don't like that because I have a little bit of a tan going on, but I'm not like super tanned either. So for someone that has a darker skin tone than mine, they can't really use this. So yeah, Wet n Wild, you should definitely come out with more shades. just because, I mean, this is still too white for me, but I mean, I can make it work. But I mean, it's not the same color as my neck. And as I said, I'm not a very like dark skinned person. I just have a bit of a tan going on. So yeah, definitely need to come out with more shades. Okay, I think I added way too much. You're definitely not supposed to add this much, but we're gonna make it work. It has a tiny bit of chemical scent, but not too much. And gonna drag it down my neck. Well, these earrings are very cute, but they're not very practical when adding makeup. I am liking this, but I think I added way too much. I feel like it's like setting down now. It is very, very glowy. It makes my skin look really nice. I'm actually gonna zoom you guys a little bit in because we're too far away. Okay, so as you can see, my skin looks really nice. There is a bit of like color peeking through, and you can't really see my pores a lot. You do see a lot of glowiness, but I don't know, I can't really see a big difference between the prime side, which is this one, and the unprimed side. Oh my god, outside it's getting like worse and worse. It's supposed to rain today. Every single time I film a video this week, it's just weather. It's bad weather, sorry. I didn't want to say that. Anyway, so I can't really see a huge difference between the primed side and the unprimed side. Maybe this one is a little bit more oily, but nothing too major. So we're gonna keep on going, and we'll see. But I do love how my skin is looking. It's really looking amazing. It has a bit of a tint to it, which is great. Not too much. It's not super extra mega full coverage, but it does give some coverage. I am gonna set this because it is pretty oily. I'm gonna give it another second. Maybe it will set a little bit more, and we'll see from there. Meanwhile, I am gonna prime, because see, like on my hand, I feel like it kind of set already. So I'm gonna give it another minute. I'm gonna prime my lids and prepare for the palette. So I was actually thinking of giving this P. Louise base another try. I am not a huge fan of this base. Plus, it's not my right shade. I got it too dark for me, but YOLO. So I am gonna add a tiny amount here. And then this side, I'm gonna use my usual primer, which is the Too Faced concealer. It's not really a primer, but I use it as a primer because I really love it. If I can find the brush to blend it out, that would be great. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. Okay, so I feel like the foundation is setting a tiny bit, but nothing too major. By the way, oh, I didn't tell you, I got mine in shade Light Clair. As you can see, this is the shade name. And at least at the store where I went, they didn't have more shades. Here, it's right here. And online either. I don't know in wherever you are, in which part of the world you are. Maybe in your country there's more shades, but at least here in Barcelona, I didn't find any more shades. Okay, I'm gonna prime this side real quick. So I just used my Born This Way Too Faced primer on my lid. And I also used it as a concealer right here because I wanted to cover up some of that darkness. And now I'm going to set everything with my RCMA powder as always, because I feel like I really need to set this. It is very glowy and very beautiful, but I need to set it. Otherwise it's gonna like be everywhere. So I am gonna try actually and darken my complexion a little bit, and I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty setting powder. This one's too dark for me. This one is in the shade Honey, and then I'm gonna mix it in with the translucent powder. So I'm just gonna set everything real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just set everything, did my brows and added some bronzer, and now everything looks a lot better. But this shade is not my shade. It is way too white for me. And yeah, unfortunately, it's very disappointing that the fact that there isn't a darker shade. But you know what, let's continue, it's fine. Go ahead and do the eye makeup. I didn't show you the bronzer and all of that because it's the same bronzer I use as always. Let's go ahead and try this palette. It's a very beautiful palette, and it is called, it's a very good question, Petalette. So here you have the name. They have these palettes, I think with three different shades. I wanted to get this one just because Tati made a review on it and she said this one was the prettiest. I'm gonna try and open it. Okay, so I finally managed to open it. This is how the shades look. They're very, very pretty, very mauve-y. I'm gonna swatch them right now, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna start swatching this one and then going from there. Here you have all the shades. They are incredibly beautiful. If my camera decides to focus, here we go. So beautiful, sparkly. This shade is calling my name, but I did saw, hello, focus. Hello. My camera doesn't want to focus today. Now it's focusing. So here are the shades one more time. They're very beautiful and glowy. This shade is really calling my name. But Tati did say that you do have to use a glitter glue because there's glitter everywhere apparently when you use it. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. And yeah, let's go ahead and start with this shade right here, which is like a very light brown. It's a very beautiful neutral shade. And I'm gonna add that to my crease. And I'm gonna blend this concealer one more time just in case, because I don't want any streakiness. I'm gonna take, ooh, these are a little bit powdery. You can see I dipped my brush into it once and it is a bit powdery. So you might wanna tap off the excess. That's fine, I don't mind that. So let's go ahead and add this to my outer corner and then I'm gonna bring it into the crease. Can you see? Well, am I recording? Yes. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a mauve shade. I thought it was like a neutral brown, but it's not. It's very, very pigmented. I think I'm gonna switch to another brush, just a second, because this one's just not working out for me. Okay, so I switched to my NYX 44 brush. It is a bit dirty, sorry about that, but I don't know, I just feel like I need this brush to blend everything a little bit better. Oh yeah, this is way better than the other brush I was using. So I'm gonna go ahead and smoke this out a little bit. This shade is incredible. It is very pigmented. It's very, very beautiful. And with this brush, there isn't that much fallout. So that is perfect. Okay, the shade is just really gorgeous. It's a very mauve shade. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. And I wanna see if there's a difference between the Too Faced concealer and the P. Louise base. I don't know, I feel like I didn't have a good experience with the P. Louise base. So everyone loves it, except me. But maybe it's just because I didn't get the right shade. I don't see a huge difference between the Too Faced one and the P. Louise one, to be honest. I don't know, I just still think my Too Faced concealer is better. But that's just me. It's very stupid, but anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna add the same shade I added in my crease to my lower lash line. I think I'm gonna add a bit more mauve, just like right here. Wow, this is a very pretty shade, just even to use just like one color on your lids. And I think it'd be good to go. Some mascara, and that will be it. Maybe a lash. But this is blending out really well. I think I'm gonna really love this palette. It's really pretty, I love it. And I'm not a person that is very into mauve, but this palette just makes you wanna love mauve tones. Okay, I am gonna take this one and I'm gonna add it on my lid, and I'm gonna add some glitter glue just in case, just because Tati said so. I'm gonna take my NYX Glitter Glue, which is my favorite glue for when I use glitter, obviously. And I'm gonna add a small amount. Now I'm just gonna use my finger to add. Oh my god, this shade is so beautiful. Look at that, it is so intense, so pigmented, so pretty. Oh yeah, there is a bit of a fallout, like see right here. I don't know if you can tell very well, but that's okay, we're gonna remove it anyway. I'm gonna add a bit more glue, but the shade is really pretty. Yeah, there is some major fallout, well, not major fallout, but there is some fallout. and that's okay. I'm just gonna wipe it away. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. I'm just gonna do the same on the other eye. Okay, I feel like this lighting is not doing it much justice just because it's super cloudy outside and I only have like one big light. I'm definitely gonna get more lighting, but that's gonna come in September. I want to do so many changes, so you'll just have to wait and see. Now I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is like a dark purple shade, and I'm gonna add this to my outer corner, I think. And I'm still gonna use my NYX 44 brush. I feel like this is gonna have a bit of fallout too, but it's okay, I am prepared. Yeah, like that glitter is starting to fall a little bit, but that's fine. It's very, very pretty still. And I'm just gonna smoke this out. Just like so. Okay. Take my trusty Morphe B75 brush and I'm gonna take that dark purple again and add it right here on my lower lash line and just connect it to the one up here. Okay, this is looking really nice. I'm gonna take my NYX brush one more time and make sure everything is super blended out. So I like how this is turning out. It's very summery, glittery, princessy. So I'm just gonna add this dark purple on the other eye. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened, but I think this side blended a lot worse actually than this one. So the P. Louise base made the eyeshadow blend amazingly. For some reason, I don't know what happened here, but it's a little bit patchy. But anyway, it's nothing like major. So I'm loving this look so far. I am gonna take this beautiful pearl shade and I'm gonna add this in my inner corner. I think I used almost every single shade. I still have to use this one, so I might add this somewhere else, but we'll see. So I'm gonna take that pearl shade first, and I was gonna use this as a mirror, and I'm gonna add it to my inner corner. Okay, I think I need to switch to another brush. I'm gonna use my pointy brush from Morphe. I'm gonna use my M431 brush, and I'm gonna add this. Oh yeah, this is way better. To my inner corner. It's not showing up that well actually. You do have to work with the shade a little bit. I feel like it's not that glowy. So you do have to add quite a few layers of this one for it to pop. But I mean, it's very pretty. I do like a more intense inner corner. So for me, I think it needs a little bit more something. But I'm gonna add highlighter later, so that's fine. Okay, and now I'm gonna take, I don't even know like where to use this shade now because I just added a lot of color. So maybe I'm gonna use it to my lower lash line a bit in the inner corners. Just so, oh yeah, this is perfect. Just like right here. It gives it a little oomph. Lately I'm doing so, well not so many, but lately I'm on to colorful looks. I also did a look using green with the Mardi Gras palette, so if you want to see that video, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna link it for you guys up here. And I talk about the W7 Mardi Gras palette and I use the green shades. So if you're interested in purchasing that palette, make sure you check out my video first. So yeah, lately, I don't know, I feel like I'm on a colorful look kick situation. Oh my god, it's starting to rain. Anyway, so yeah, I love the palette, love the foundation so far. So I'm just gonna add a lash real quick, some lipstick, and we're gonna finish the look. Okay, so I am done with this look. I am obsessed. I'm loving the palette. I also love how the foundation is looking, well, the hydrating, whatever it's called, tinted hydrator. I'm gonna have to see how it goes throughout the day, and also if there's a difference between the primed side and the unprimed side. But so far so good. I am just, this palette, this look is really cute. Love the gloss moment that I paired with it. This ColourPop gloss to go with it. This is called My Jam and it's sheer metallic. I don't even know if this is in stock anymore. It's very old. I feel like this lash is gonna come off because I had a bit of a difficulty adding the lashes. So we're done. the look is complete. I'm gonna zoom you guys out so you see the look better. This is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, what am I saying? I have to come again and do another check-in for the foundation. Never mind, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm probably gonna do another check-in from my phone because I have to leave my house. And yeah, I'll let you guys know if it got oily or if it looked weird. Well, you're gonna see anyway in a few seconds for you and a few hours for me. I don't know what time it is. It is currently 15:48. I'm gonna wear this probably till 8 or 9 o'clock at night because I started this video pretty late. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit and let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'm back. In the end, I didn't leave my house because I still had a few things to finish up. So I was able to do the video here with the camera and not with my phone to do the conclusion, which is great. It is currently 20:41. So I've had this foundation for about, I don't know, I started I think around 3 or 4 o'clock. It was fine until I started cooking and I actually started sweating a little bit because it was very, very hot in the kitchen. And this is, obviously I'm wearing a lot of highlighter, but as you can see, it is pretty oily. Also outside it's dark already and I just have my lighting, like my studio light, which is very, very potent. So if it's dark outside, it emphasizes the luminosity on my face and it makes it look even oilier than it actually is. But I have to say it is pretty oily. Like I feel like I need to tap it off a little bit, but it's nothing too uncomfortable. I didn't see a difference on this side from this side with the primer. I feel like they both lasted pretty well. This is not a super extra mega long wear foundation in like a humid weather. As I said before I started cooking, everything was fine. But once I started sweating a little bit, now it's pretty, not greasy, but it's like pretty, like you can see, I've worked up a bit of a sweat. But I think with a little bit of powder, it can get fixed. It's nothing too like major or annoying. I do really recommend this for summer for the price point. I think it's great, just not for a very, very humid weather. Maybe it would be even better in winter time when it's cold. So yeah, the only thing and my only issue with it was the shade range, which was terrible, but I'm hoping they're gonna come out with more shades. And the primer felt really, really nice. So I'm definitely gonna keep on using these two products. I hope you guys enjoyed the review and I'll see you in the next video as always. Bye, toodles.